Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are around the world. Hope everyone's having a good day. Today's video, I'm going to be in ACC, Assetto Corsa Competizione. I've mentioned before in a previous video, I like sim racing, and this is my go-to sim. Now, the feature of today's video is one specific lap, my personal best on Oulton Park. Oulton Park being my all-time favourite track. And I'm in the Porsche 911. GT3 car, rear engine car. Unlike most, they're either mid-engine or they're front-engine cars. Now, I'm not the fastest driver in the world, but I'm very proud and very pleased with myself when I actually got this, so I'm going to show it. Now, it's going to be on lap 4. Now, in lap 1, I do make a mistake and I drop back one place. Now, this race is against AI. I've set the AI difficulty because I'm still practicing. I've come back to sim racing and I just want to practice tracks. And I believe we're coming up to the bit where I have a little bit of a wobble. Yep, there we are, out on the grass. I come back on nice and safely. Now, I've set the AI to the point where they should be kicking my ass, but at this point I've been practicing for 3 or 4 days, so I've got myself to the point on Oulton Park where I'm 4 for 5th. Now, I'm actually going to get that lap back in a couple of laps, the lap after my personal best. So before I do that, when we come to the new lap, I will be showing you how I go through a lap. As I said, not the fastest driver in the world, but for you beginners, could be some pointers. First corner, T1, we're coming down, and we're coming down to 3rd. I'm going to clip the curb on the right hand side, and then it's going to be full power ahead. And now down we go to 3rd, make sure we're tight against the curb. I've gone too much on that curb, and off we go again. Now this next right-hander, this section is good for overtaking, but what you want to do is kind of brake a little, turn a lot, and then almost instantly onto the brakes into here. A banking right-hander, where I had to do basically a full lock. You want to accelerate here, brake at that little marker. You don't want to touch these 2 curbs, but you can afford to go over that curb right there, curb to curb. I'm now going to accelerate, and at the 1 marker, 100-meter marker, we're going to brake all the way down to 1st gear. It's a double corner, right and left. For this one, we're going to touch the curb and come right out again. Accelerate up the hill. I want to get round this curb and then brake all the way down to 3rd gear, round those 2 curbs there. We can touch this curb a little bit, but we don't on this occasion. And we come back around and we brake all the way down to 1st gear. Although you can actually do this in 2nd gear. You should be doing that corner in 2nd gear. And up to the home straight and across the start-finish line. Now, we should be basically on lap 3 at this point. But I am going to now skip ahead to lap 4. So here we go. We're going to start lap 4. Now, I finish this race, this lap with a 1:38.9, which in my terms is very, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. Because I tend to do sim racing in kind of chunks. I get into it and then I tend to not get into it, kind of thing. But I'm back into it again. And my previous time was a 1:44, so you can already tell that I've incredibly reduced my time to 1:38. Now bear in mind, the fast sim races are doing 1:32s, 1:31s, and this is a one-off. I haven't actually got close to a 1:38.9 ever since I did this specific lap, but again, I'm very pleased with it. And hopefully, for those people that are maybe new or new to the track and want to learn this track a bit, this lap can give you a bit of an indicator of how to tackle it. Because I'm tend to go round now at 141. Now bear in mind the Porsche isn't actually my go-to car. My main car now is the McLaren 720. Very good car. Not exactly great on Oulton, but it is fairly decent. So now we're coming up. We are using the bit of a draft of the Porsche in front. So sure, it's not my strongest car, but it's the car that I managed to get it in. And it's going to be this lap where we have the move on. And we're going to whack ourselves back up to 4th place. And that's where we end the race. Bear in mind, this is a 20-minute race. We're on lap 4. And it's going to be this stretch here where we make the move. It's right here. I come out very clean, overtake very nicely. No braking from the other Porsche, and nicely cleanly done. And now we're basically bumper to bumper. Look at that. Very nicely done on my part. Very clean. Very clean indeed. What I have been doing is I've basically been going through every single car to see which car I kind of fancy. I've been going through a few, and I've been going with consistent laps. How many valid laps do I have? And it basically came down to the Porsche. The new M4, which when the first time I did it, I drove that, was on this specific track. And it was very smooth, I really loved it. But the McLaren, which was my old kind of go-to car, yeah, I've stuck with it because I'm so used to that car now. It's kind of second nature, what it does, what it doesn't do, what its strengths, what its weaknesses are, and I can estimate how far I can push that car. So yeah, today's video was just basically demonstrating this is my fastest lap and I hope to improve. Now this is my first sim racing video of the channel and I hope you enjoyed it. And it's going to conclude for today's video. So if you did enjoy today's content and let's see more content like this, well, make sure you're subscribed. Discord link is in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.